Hola amigos, ¿cómo estás? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a special episode of Flores Watch. Obviously the series where we follow Marcelo Flores, his journey in the Arsenal youth system as well as in the Mexican youth system. So he's just come off the bench, come off a bunch of under 23 appearances for the Arsenal, which have been great. It's been fantastic to see him breaking into that team from the under 18s. He's actually just finished a couple of games, or about a week or so, with the Mexican U20s national team, um, where they played Costa Rica in two games. Won both of them. The second one's just finished. The first one I think was 2-0, where he got an assist in that game, if I'm not mistaken. And the game that's just finished, the second game was 2-1 to Mexico. So um, the U20s at least are able to beat Costa Rica. Very difficult to find out how well he played, what he did, because there's also almost no stats, no information really. The only information we have is when um, someone scores and the end score. So that's being released by the Mexican Twitter as well as the English account. That's pretty much it. We don't really know how well he played. How influential he was. I do know that, yeah, I'm 99% sure that he played the whole 90 minutes. He started both games and played both games, which is fantastic. Again, for me, if you don't get subbed out, it means that you're valued and the coaches want you to stay on the pitch, obviously. So, yeah, well, I mean, that's good. An assist as well, which is awesome in the first game. Um, just brilliant. I want to see him in and around the Mexican team, even if it's the under 20s. Um, it's fantastic to see. To be honest, he's having a blinding season so far. Touchwood. Um, Hopefully, it continues. Now, I think he's got a couple of days to travel back to England because under 23s have a game on the 4th, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know whether that's the 4th my time, because I'm a few hours ahead of the UK. So but in a couple of days at least, the U23s are playing again. So, and I'm pretty sure that he's going to be involved in that game. So, yeah, really good at the moment. The fact that he's again chosen Mexico, as I said in the previous video, like um, you know, after his senior appearance against Chile, I thought, okay, this is the moment where he's going to go to Canada for a camp or whatever. If he's allowed to play, I don't think he's allowed to play unless he makes the full time switch. But whatever, even whatever way, I thought he was going to go to Canada this month. There was strong rumors. Apparently, it came out that he was going to go to a camp in for Canada in January. That obviously didn't materialise. Maybe apparently it was cancelled because of COVID or whatever. But apparently he'd already chosen to go to Mexico anyway, and he's actually in Mexico in Toluca, I think it was. These two Costa Rica games, so he's actually in Mexico, um, and he's chosen to go to Mexico again. Like, mate. I mean, you still could go to Canada in the next international break or whatever, but mate, he's been playing international football now for what 2 years, 3 years coming up. So, and he's played for Mexico the entire time. So, and he's had an opportunity to go to Canada. And he hasn't done it. Still could though. So the possibility is still out there until he makes the decision. Um, there's always going to be speculation. We're going to be arguing about this with Canada fans for a while yet, I think. But really good, really awesome. Fantastic that he's gone to Mexico and played there. Apparently, it's just broken out that he's going to go to Mexico City and for an event that you can win or something that you can meet him, which would be awesome. Sucks that I can't go, obviously, but hopefully whoever does go and visit him and sees him enjoys it because it's awesome. So he's one of those players now that's the most talked about players in and around the Mexican team. So um, yeah, this is going to be the real deal, I think. With Arsenal, obviously we didn't sign anyone in the January transfer window, so the squad's a little bit thin. The squad was thinner anyway. We've got rid of a whole load of players. Aubameyang being the big one, but Maori, um, a few other players that I've forgotten that have basically. I think we've let go of about 7 people, either permanently or on loan. So the squad's a bit thin now. So I think if any injuries happen, if COVID happens, he's in the under 23 squad now. He's exactly where I wanted him to be because in the U23s, if anything happens within the first team, the first thing they do is look to the U23s. Um, like he can play on the wings. I think he's a number 10. I think he's gonna be a number 10, but he can play on the wings. So he reminds me so much of Cazorla. He can float around that front three area, the attacking area, and the fact that he's quite a little bit short. He's very difficult to get off the ball. He's very tricky. He's good with his feet. Um, it just reminds me of Santa Cazorla so bad. It's unreal. So maybe. I mean, hopefully none of the first team gets injured because that'd be devastating for the team. But he's never been closer to a first team debut for Arsenal, in my opinion. And I think it could happen if things go somewhat awry in the next couple of months. Yeah, I think he could make his senior debut, um, especially against a team that is one of the quote unquote easier teams to play. Um, Obviously, we're not in any competitions anymore. It's just top four now. We've got about 17 games left, so for me. I wasn't expecting him to make his first team debut this season. I was just wanting him to get into the under 23s because once he's in the under 23s, like I've said countless times, he's in and around the first team then, like Patino was, like Saka was before he went to the first team. So he's exactly where I want him to be now. And like I said, the squad's thin. Probably the thinnest it's been in a long, long time. Anything happens, um, if Martinelli has to move up to striker, we're essentially a left winger down. He could come into the left wing, or maybe Smith Rowe could go out on the left. But he's never been close to the first team. So anyway, hopefully he comes back and he starts the under 23 games. He's played a lot of football. Let me tell you, in the last month or so, he's played a lot of football. He's played, like I said, a couple of games for the under 18s. He played, I think, a couple of games for the one game for the under 21. Sorry, probably like 2 or 3 games for the under 23s. Like 4 games. I don't think he's been subbed out. He was subbed out in the under 21 game, if I'm not mistaken, the EFL Cup. But apart from that, he's played the whole entire games, and he's probably played in the last maybe month and a half. He's probably played like 8 or 9 games of football. So, um, good for him. I mean, he's obviously 18. He's got the energy for it, but they obviously Mexico and Arsenal are blatantly, obviously keen on him. Mexico just needs to step up a little bit and get him to sign the team, as they say in some Arsenal fan bases. Um, if we could just make the decision, then it's such a weight off. Then we can just go, okay, cool, and then allow him to progress. But at the moment, because sorry, there's a fly, because there's that question about could Canada come in the last minute. Um, People are just like, we want him to go play for Mexico because that way we timed out. So um, there was an article I read earlier. I can't remember the author's name, but I shared it on Twitter, um, where he says that maybe the last 3 games of the World Cup qualifying games next month, I believe, maybe one of those games we can call him up into the, that'd be quite cool. I don't think Tata's ever going to do that because Tata just doesn't like young players, but it's possible. Um, and like I said, it's possible they can get his first team debut. So he just needs to stay fit, touch wood, and just keep doing what he's doing because what he's doing right now is brilliant. And I can't ask for much more than that. I'm willing to wait though. From the Mexico side, like I've always said, I'm not that worried. If you look at the big picture and you look at his whole career and what he's done, and you know his whole trajectory has been with Mexico. I know he says that he wants to test out Canada and have a look with them, but every time he gets an opportunity, he chooses Mexico. So, just be weird for him to suddenly randomly after years and years of being with Mexico, suddenly go, okay, actually no, I'm going to play with Canada now. Like I said, he could still go to a academy, maybe even still play for Canada, and still not made that decision. But for me, I think he's stuck with Mexico, which is awesome. Hopefully, he gets that um, decision soon, and hopefully, he gets his Arsenal first team debut. For me, once he gets his Arsenal first team debut, I think that's it. I think he will be in the first team like Saka was. Um, I don't really see a loan move for him. He's on a 5-year deal for Arsenal, which is unusual apparently. So maybe they're going to just taking their time with him because they know eventually he's going to break into the first team. But I will have to wait and see. But right now he's done a couple of good games with Costa Rica against Costa Rica, and he's probably in the next day or two probably going to fly back to the UK because he's the under 23's got a game in a couple of days, like I said. Um, like I said, also whoever meets him in Mexico City today or whenever it is, I think it's tomorrow. Um, enjoy it because I'm jealous. um, yeah, so it's all good at the moment, guys. So I'll come back to you in a couple of days, hopefully. Um, hopefully reviewing the under 23 game that he hopefully will play and start. So yeah, not bad at all. So take it easy, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.